This is Talking Sundowns by SoccerBeat. My name is Umjaka. We are on social media at SoccerBeat ZA. We are on YouTube. Subscribe, like, comment, and share our content. Let them know why you are here. Because I got the likes of Cheezboy, Mokoena, and Kermit, Erasmus, who know a little bit about Sundowns as former players. But right now, hey, they are like in a cartoon now. They're probably going, toot, toot. The amount of relief. Sulubila matota. Peter Shalulile, Cheezy.
Shalulile. Mamela Mchaka, I'm sure Kermit has been singing this song. Let's say that song. Come on, Kermit. Peter Shalulile.
Come on, Kermit.
What a goal. Hey, this guy's been on fire. Shalulile. I love this guy. What a player. You know, he's always been snuffing around. He's a goal poacher. He always makes sure that he scores the chances he gets, and that just showed today. You know, 2 chances, 2 goals, important goals. They needed this win today, you know, to increase to get closer to Raja, you know. So it was an important win for them today, and they showed that today. That, I mean, sometimes the substitutions makes a difference in the game, and we're happy that they did that today.
For sure. Yeah. And to keep these ones off them as well, Cheezy, when I came here, you forgot about these ones, because these ones could have blown wide open.
Sure. It's short. I mean, crossing our fingers and let us not get this result in faith, you know. And looking at Lesapuga Peter Fit. I've said it before. I gave Coach Steve, Coach Cardoso a bit of a hint in it. Kalisu Peter. Because Peter has scored against these people, you know. And while the game started, I've seen that these guys are playing a high line. Now you needed a smart runner. Look how Peter scored those 2 goals. Nice movements, you know. I mean, Mokoena had all the time in the world, Nabo Mkulis in that midfield, Nabo Alende, to pick out a pass. But there was no movement, slim. There was no clever movements, you know. So big up to that 2 Peter and Fit. Shalulile.
How's the pass for the goal, man? The first goal. How's the pass? Beautiful pass. Perfect timing.
The movement. You know what? The movement came in, the pass, timing.
Wasn't rushing to raise his flag. I was so happy for that, because he was waiting. He looked at the last defender, and you could see it was clear onside. And what a finish from Peter. So I was really happy that it was a good decision from the linesman too, because you know a lot of those decisions can be biased. You know.
In Morocco,
I'm happy.
It's
Really happy. I was a bit hesitant before I was seeing. You know, I saw Peter scored, but I wasn't sure, because you know you never know with the linesman's in the So I was really happy that was given, because it was a clear onside, rightfully so. But what a finish from Peter. So I'm really happy. But the second goal too, man. I mean, the running behind. That's all you needed from the attackers. The runs in behind.
They had a couple of those. They had a couple of those passes in the first half as well. The salesman could not actually make those movements. It was coming too deep for me, you know, and I felt like Ribeiro doesn't have a pass to give. But now when Peter came on, Mamela, I knew something is going to happen. And definitely,
the salesman needs a show on his own. The salesman needs a show on his
own. I'm telling you. No, I want him. No, I want the salesman, man. I want the salesman.
Mara Kermit, why bench Peter? Why bench Peter? What is going on, Kermit? Because Peter always looks dangerous.
I don't know what the coach is thinking, and you know he's got his own reasoning. But I mean, Peter's always gonna give you something if he's given the chance. And I'm happy that he's proven that today. And hopefully that will give him a chance to start the next game, you know. So I mean, you can only prove so much than what you're given. And I'm happy that he's given the chance enough time today to prove his ability. And I mean, like I said to you earlier, he just needs a sniff, and it's bang. And I'm happy he scored today. 2 goals. I mean, what more could you ask for? Woo! Peter's a guy who's very humble and loves scoring goals. Always wants to learn and improve himself, and he always wants to help the team get better and get to the next level. So big ups to him, man.
Yes.
Yeah, it must have class. Before those chances from Peter, Ronwen made a very, very, very important save, Kermit. You know, that save, when that guy went past Umashiko, I thought, he has a second goal. Yeah, it's going to be problems, you know. But that save, I'm sure, lifted up the guys and determination kept in and say, guys, we can still get back into this game. And it did exactly that, in fact. So big up to Ronwen, and also big up to Peter, in fact. The experience at the back and up front, it worked wonders for Towns.
Sundowns fans always say, Kermit, they're a team of 11 players, not 10 players and a goalkeeper. And And
For sure.
Ronwen proves every week how much of a big player and a match winner he is.
For sure, I mean, having a keeper like that gives you the confidence to make sure that you can attack and risk having less numbers at the back, because you know that if a one-on-one chance happens, the chance of him conceding is very rare. You have to be really technical or really good to score the chance, so you can push more numbers going forward. So I'm happy that that he's always been the guy that makes sure that nothing happens at the back. I mean, the first goal that he conceded was a bit unexpected. If you look at the goal, I think you want to go into that, not being sure whether he's gonna come or not. But then he just shoots as he's dribbling. So it was a bit of an unexpected shot. He didn't expect it. But with the other chance, he knew what he wanted to do. He just made sure that he got close. And if the guy wanted to dribble around, he was also not too far on the ground, but really enough to grab if he needed to use his hands. And that's what it required for him. But I'm really happy that he's always been the man that they could rely on in key moments.
Kermit, a difficult technique for a goalkeeper to save. They must ask Ronaldinho. They know the best players in the world. They fucking Mponzi, I'll tell me, poke this thing.
He fluke lento man. He fluke, they fluke. Ay, they fluke. Artificial, bengekho sure ukuthi ngiyayidribble or ngiyayikhala. Yabo belingene so yabo, as long as ingenile jabulile labantu, so I don't think it's
let's go to an ad break and pay some bills and come back with more Talking Sundowns by SoccerBeat with these two legends, Cheezboy, Mokoena, and Kermit, Erasmus.
Golden liquid pouring, gold splashing, gold swirling, waves of gold foaming, cut to reveal more gold. It's easy to make a beer that looks gold, but to make a beer that wins gold, that's a different story. Carling Black Label, Africa's most awarded beer.
We're still talking Sundowns by SoccerBeat. I'm hanging out with Cheezboy, Mokoena, and Kermit, Erasmus, who know a thing or two about Mamelodi Sundowns. It's not easy.
A lot.
Cheesy more than me.
A lot, Umjaka.
It's not easy.
You can see, Umjaka, you can see. A lot.
Cheesy, it ain't easy out there, man. I saw it. I saw the turf field. The ball was bouncing, and you can see Iki wants to bring it down, but it's bouncing, and the conditions. I mean, there's a lot that goes into play, travel, and all that stuff. Mara, you have to win these games, Cheesy. Whether you are playing in a gravel or, unfortunately, CAF Champions League is CAF Champions League. But today, Sundowns made us very unsure until Peter Shalulile.
Yeah, for sure, Umjaka. I mean, really playing away is the most difficult in the Champions League program, because conditions. I mean, number one, they were playing under 65 degrees of humidity. 30 degrees was very hot. You could tell there was not much energy from the players. And that sometimes affects the fluidity of the game. I think even the field as well, artificial. You can tell with the bounce. Sundowns like to keep the ball on the ground. And then there were times where they opted to go for that long ball, and it worked a bit. They played from the second ball with Ribeiro, and it looked great. It looked great. As much as the field, the conditions were not okay, the most important thing for them was to get a result, because this was the team for them to beat. Because going to the last game, it's definitely going to be difficult, Puram. So I'm glad they managed to pull through this one. There might come the nerves a little bit of the fans, and the pressure will maybe be a little bit low now going into the last game, because it's a home game. I mean, they are done with away games, and the hostility angaphandle Utami is it's not nice, especially if you are a team like Sundowns, where everybody in Africa wants to beat you. So well done to the guys, especially playing away in Jam. Big up.
For sure. I mean,
Kermit, yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna add on to what Cheese was saying with the conditions. I mean, I'm sure that the opposition made sure of the time they played. In the afternoon, in the heat, on artificial, your boots are on fire. It's hot. Your boots are on fire. That rubber between the turf and the your boots is burning. So they knew what they were doing to get it. Maybe try and get an advantage above Sundowns, but it didn't work. It didn't work at all today. It just showed sometimes it's just who wants it more on the day, and Sundowns showed today they They wanted it more.
True. Yeah, no. They
Mangoba,
wanted it
Mangoba
more
was,
of it to Kermit.
yeah, Mangoba was very vocal about away games. Cheesy, you know, he always said you aim to attack early and get that goal because anything can happen. You can walk away with all 3 points or walk away with 1 point. And you saw it the way he played against ISFA as well. You know, he got the point away from home. It was very encouraging, and they looked like a team that was going for the title. You know, are you convinced
Yeah.
now that it's still the same Sundowns that might be on the podium, Cheesy?
For me, I'm not that convinced, Umjaka. I know this is going to be my opinion because, of course, with the changing of a coach, the philosophy is going to change a little bit. It's a different Sundowns to the possession-based Sundowns that you all know. It's a Sundown that's looking to get that space behind, yes, with a bit of possession in that midfield, but try and get those balls behind. Of course, it also differs with the tactics of the day. You know, so I think it's work in progress as well. Yes, he's got a ship that has been moving with the players that Mangoba has been using, and the coach has got experience as well in the Champions League. So I think with time he'll probably get better results, or the team will also get a little bit more better than what it is currently. Because from the last game to this game, there was not really much that I could tell that there is this change in this Sundowns team, but the heart and the willing to win the game and the desire, it was there. You know, I think they were more patient enough today, you know, and they look like a more calmer team. I think maybe the coach might have told them, guys, we're not going to be fighting for every little foul that we get kicked. We just pick the ball up. Let's play quickly. Let's not be intimidated, you know, because most probably that was something that the other teams were looking at. And they managed that very well today. Tebza was kicked a lot. Ribeiro was kicked a lot, but nobody reacted, you know, and that showed maturity going forward. So, yeah.
Massive substitutions by Miguel Cardoso as well, Kermit, to show that even though he arrived yesterday, what he sees in training he's going to try in the match. Because some of the substitutions for me, I was scratching my head like, hey, Mara coach, are you sure? You know, but but the result.
The substitutions showed that it paid off. You know, with you saw Mashego coming on for Lunga, if I'm not wrong. You know, he brings a different dynamic to a fullback position. You know, and then you see, I think did Kosa also come on now for somebody in the back.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Please help me pronounce the name. Litla, the young 18-year-old.
Litlaku.
You know, they bring a different dimension, and it just showed that he saw that sometimes getting in behind is a bit of a challenge because the ball seems to skid a bit or doesn't bounce properly to get in behind, and it's a bit hot, you know. So they try to go through the phases of the field where they try to break them down through the middle, from the side through the middle, and try to get in behind and then cut the ball back, because that's how you get better chances to finish them off, and that worked. And then you saw them try to play the highlight even in the set.
Yes.
What caught them off guard, because some of the players got tired. It's hard, my friend. If it's hard for me, it's hard for you also. It's not hard for me only. It's hard for you also. You're gonna struggle too. So it's those moments, lapses of concentration, where you just gotta be sharper than your opponent. Which Peter was fresher than the opponent. He came on, you know, he was fresher, and he gave that smart run like Cheez was saying, just to be composed.
Hey.
He finished off. The second goal was just to take the ball behind the keeper, opposite side he was running in. And the guy basically scored an own goal, if I'm not mistaken. If that's not his goal, it's still his goal if it's an own goal, because he made that goal. Sure. If that guy wasn't there, he was still going to finish the ball in the second goal he scored. There was no way that guy could avoid that goal, no matter how good he is. I don't care who you are. That was
the subs, Jara, Kermit, the subs did wonders out here. You see, with the minute he brought on Umashego, because there were moments Mokoena was getting behind that defense.
Yes.
That's all they needed, especially playing with the highline. They took them to the left-hand side, keep them position. Once it comes to one of the midfielders, we go opposite. Mokoena was making those runs. He missed one. He could have scored. You could see as well, I think once they saw that, they thought, okay, Lunga is not giving us that. Let us go with Mashiro, because he's more of a player that loves to attack. And he gave them exactly that, you know, going a little bit wide, stretching that defense. You know, the third man running was very key, and it worked for them, because before the subs, I saw Coach Steve on the bench. I think we have to throw in everything we got now. That's when Peter was there to come and sort it out.
Hey, Cheesy, I'm scared of Kermit becoming a coach. You see, Kermit opens his eyes. You can tell he worked with Penny, you know, he make you hold the player like, hey, when.
You know, so hard
Let's go to but not for all of us.
Yo,
Let's go to your
you
next
saw
page.
when they scored the second goal, how they celebrated. It meant a lot. I mean, those 3 points were very important. They celebrated like they needed to celebrate. You know, so Peter was important in this game. I mean, like Jesus said, the substitutes made a difference, and that's what you need in a game, in a big team like Sundowns. You need everybody to play their part. Sometimes it wouldn't work, but the coach is 11. Then you need the substitutes. Coach makes changes, and you expect the players to make the difference. And I mean,
For sure.
What more could you
Let's
ask
go
for?
pay some bills. Let's go. Lulile. Woza. Hey, amadoda happy manje. It's as if Sundowns played super well because now it's Shalulile. We forgot about the 80 minutes, eh? We forgot about the 80 minutes of stress. This is Talking Sundowns by SoccerBeat. Umjaka here hanging out with Kermit, Erasmus, and Cheezboy Mokoena. My gents, next week it's AS Rabat. AS FAR. Whew. That team is not to be played with. Third in their league currently. The only team that slowed them down, of course, amongst them was Sundowns away from home. Marabas wagalala to South Africa, Kermit. What is Sundowns supposed to do now that they've got this win in the bag?
I mean, I think that they're just competing for who's number one. You know, so for them, I'm sure they want to get that number one spot because I think you get a better draw in who you face in the quarterfinals, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm sure
there's no better. Kermit. There's no lesser team in the knockout stages because number two could be Al Ahly, daughter. It's crazy out there.
I know.
Do you see what's happening in the Pirates group?
But so it's important. It's important who tops the log, who comes out second.
Yeah. Who would you like? Kermit. Let's talk about the Pirates and Al Ahly group. Who do you want to face? Who would you want to face there? I mean, it doesn't matter who you get. Either or. Number one or number two.
That's going to be that
group.
But is that going to be the case? Is that going to be the opposition? Is what I'm asking. It won't be the opposition.
Yes.
You might get a pop African team that surprise people from you never know who, Ivory Coast maybe, that comes second. Now you get them. You know what I mean? You have an advantage.
Okay. There's another possibility they can get Pirates also.
No,
along the way.
I don't think. Maybe that semi-final, final there, it would be nice to see, but not now, man. We don't want to ruin this thing now. It would be nice there.
Yeah, no.
I mean, how beautiful would it be? Two South African
Yo,
teams in the Champions
we are
League
wishing for that, Kermit. We are all wishing for that.
Yo, you know, that would be beautiful. But I mean,
but a difficult fixture, against Rabat, it's going to be difficult. But Sundowns will have the upper hand, especially at home. Look how they dominated the Raja at home, and obviously playing them in the afternoon is going to play an effect on them. You know, I think Rabat will be forced to actually try and win this game, as Sundowns also wanted to win this one, and maybe want to go play out for a draw when they come this side. You know, but for Downs, I think they stand up a 90% chance of winning this game. They've beaten them before. They've played them before, so the advantage is with us. You know, so I'd say another 3 points, topping the log at the end of this group stage.
Like Umjaka said, the Sundowns beat, no? The only thing that Sundowns beat is Raja's.
Sorry, no, I think they do. Yeah, but Sundowns scored against them. Yeah.
No, I'm saying Sundowns is the only team that Raja lost to this season, right?
As far no, they didn't. They drew.
They drew.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a great draw away, man. I mean, away game against Rabat. It was a crucial point. And it was a crucial point. Crucial point.
That Ikram goal felt like a win. Getting that draw.
Of course. Of course.
Hey,
You know, it's the same. It's the same as Peter's one. It's gonna go a long way. You know,
Yeah.
you look at it now. In that last game, this win was just something that just made everything a little much more easier. And now you can see a little bit through the window what's happening, what's going to be happening next. You know. So also there's pressure on Rabat because they play Raja.
Yes.
So they got pressure as well that it's either they get a point or they're forced to win that game because they know coming la Mzansi,
They might not get anything.
the Yellow Nation will be out there, my man, waiting to qualify to the knockout stages.
And Raja
Ultimately, the coach must play Shalulile.
Please, Coach Steve, Coach Cardoso, I'm begging, can you play Jesus Christ? You know Peter is a Christian Bible man. He prays a lot. God answered his prayers and answered the team's prayers. Amen, Peter.
SoccerBeat, ouça!